follows the little children, which is on page 447 in your hymn book. Let us now join our voices in the prayer of confession and penitent. Shall we pray? Sometimes, O God, we forget your children. We toss them aside, the needy ones, the difficult ones, the ones who most desperately seek your care. Forgive us this sin, for mistaking what the world values with what you value. O God, help us to be better stewards and to care more completely for all your children. Amen. Friends, hear and proclaim the good news. In Jesus Christ we are forgiven. Thanks be to God. Chapter 11, verses 18 through 21, found on page 162 of your Pew Bible. Listen now to the reading of the Holy Scripture. You shall therefore lay up these words of mine in your heart and in your soul, and you shall bind them as a sign upon your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall teach them to your children, talking of them when you are sitting in your house, and when you are walking by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise. And you shall write them upon the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, that your days and the days of your children may be multiplied in the land, which the Lord swore to your fathers to give them, as long as the heavens are above the earth. Our second reading this morning is from Matthew, chapter 18, verses 1 through 6, found on page 852 of your Pew Bible. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus, saying, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And calling to him a child, he put him in the midst of them and said, "Truly, I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever humbles himself like this child, he is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Whoever receives one such child in my name receives me. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believes in me to sin, it would be better for him to have a great millstone fastened around his neck and to be drowned in the depth of the sea. Our final reading this morning is from Mark chapter 9, verses 36 and 37, found on page 877 of your pew Bible. And he took a child and put him in the midst of them. And taking him in his arms, he said to them, whoever receives one such child in my name receives me. And whoever receives me receives not me, but him who sent me. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
Thank you, Anne, for those words this morning. Whoever receives one child in my name receives me. Certainly words to think about and consider on this day when we're thinking about children, their role in this world. Today we do have a special guest speaker, so sorry you don't get to hear much at all from me this day. But I do want to introduce Tanya Johnson. Tanya Johnson is from the Presbyterian Children's Homes and Services. She is their new development officer. She just began in August of 2019. She brings with her an extensive history of working with special service organizations. Prior to just recently moving to Festus, Tanya called Farmington, and other areas of southeast Missouri home. In her role as the Presbyterian Children's Home and Services Development Officer, she hopes to keep us and all of southeast Missouri well informed of the ever-expanding services that Presbyterian Children's Home and Services offers to children and families in need. I had the pleasure of meeting Tanya for the first time at last fall's Presbyterian gathering. She was an engaging and energetic representative of Presbyterian Children's Home and Services, and she actually presented us, First Presbyterian Church, with a special plaque of Certificate of Appreciation, which I presented to you all actually that very next Sunday. That certificate is back there right under John Calvin if you want to check it out before you leave, because at that time Tanya said, do you want me to present this now or should I wait and bring it to your church? I didn't know that she was going to be coming to our church when she told me that. So let me go a little further with that. I must admit, I'm not actually sure if I invited Tanya to come speak here or during that lunch, or if she actually asked me if she could come speak here. But in any case, here she is. So she must be pretty good at her job. I look forward to her message to us this morning, to the information she's going to provide for us on behalf of Presbyterian Children's Home and Services. So welcome, Tanya, to St. Genevieve.
Good morning. As he said, my name is Tanya Johnson. I'm the Development Officer for Presbyterian Children's Home and Services, and I'm over all of southeast Missouri, so I'm all the way down like Hayti, Carruthers, Sykeston area, all the way up through like Jefferson County. So I'm all over the right-hand corner of Missouri. But if you haven't heard of us, we provide Christ-centered care and support to children and families in need. Thank you for allowing me to be here today and share our mission, and thank you for entrusting us with your continued financial support. That's been awesome for us. Trust is something that we spend a lot of time discussing with the families and the children that we serve. We must do this because they've often lost faith in the people around them. They no longer trust the adults who are supposed to serve them because many of them that they have known have brought pain or humiliation and just have lost faith in them. They no longer have faith in classmates. They've been bullied. They no longer have faith in some of the children agencies even because they've been bounced back and forth, foster home to foster home, or back with their parents and then back to a foster home. The children that we serve all over Missouri, a lot of people, because we're from this area, as soon as I think PCHAS or Presbyterian Children's Home Services, I immediately think Farmington Children's Home, which was orphanage many years ago. So a lot of times that's still the mental image in people's mind if you haven't kept up with the times, and we are continually evolving. So with that being said, we have services all over Missouri, but we've also helped people in Texas and Louisiana, which I'll get to that in just a minute. But the people that we serve, the children that we serve, have often experienced horrific child abuse. Things that most of us is unimaginable to even think of until you actually help somebody through something like that. You don't even believe some of the things that you've seen. They often haven't experienced the true love of God. They've had disappointment. They've had to be the adult a lot of times when they were very young. But when the children encounter us at PCHAS, that's our acronym, Presbyterian Children's Home Services, a little bit easier to say. But when they encounter our staff, they experience caring, expert professionals who provide them with treatments and tools, allowing them to find their inner strengths, overcome a lot of the obstacles that they've been given, and then build better futures. Most of you probably know, I always think because Farmington's not too far away, most of you have heard of this, but we began our very humble beginning over 100 years ago, back in 1914. That's when 4 Presbyterian ministers got together. So I need for a home for children who are left orphaned because of all the lead belt mining fatalities. I grew up in Vibarno, Missouri. My dad worked at the mines, the lead mines, but this was not 1914. He's not quite old. But yeah, I was like, I know a lot of the stories with the mines stuff. But that's when Farmington Children's Home was created. And a lot of times that's people still, as I said, that's what they still think of us as. But as the years have passed, we've created additional programs throughout Missouri, serving over 2,000 children and families in need. Last year was a very big moment for us in history because January, I have to say last year, it's the year before last, it's 2020 now, but 2018 January, we merged with Texas and Louisiana. It's another Presbyterian Children's Home Services, very similar to what we have had in Farmington. We first became affiliated with them around 2013. We just kind of met with them a few times. We had like meeting in the minds, what's working good in your program, what isn't working well, what are you doing different than we are, but you're seeing great results, changing lives. And we just began sharing a lot of our best practices with each other. So we decided after a few years of working together and sharing together, we'd be stronger as one entity. So with that being said, I had a lot of questions. Oh, so all the money that you raise as a development officer goes to Texas? No, everything is still kept separately. Our board of directors is equally made up of Missouri and Texas board members, and once the money was raised in Missouri, stays in Missouri to help the Missouri programs. So I've had to ask a couple times. But as far as our programs go, we are continually evolving. Like I said, it's not one great big orphanage anymore. We've created new programs to better strengthen our children and prepare them for self-sufficiency into adulthood. Our Farmington facility has been restructured. We sold one really big, huge building that was what they consider our biggest cottage before, where we housed a lot of the transitional level 3 foster care kids. We sold that last year. Upon selling that, a lot of people thought, well, then we just went out of business. No, we went on to bigger and better things. The School of Farmington bought that building, and that's where their alternative school program is now. But we were able to purchase an apartment complex. So we are keeping up with the times and keeping up with people's needs, and we are doing, we have transitional living services. So with that being said, I'll give you a high-level review of our programs. I passed this out, or someone, she passed it out for me, thank you very much, with the bulletin. So a lot of you should have this flyer, if not, we have a few extra as well. But I just focused on what we're doing in Farmington because that is what's closest to you all as well. But our community-based programs are listed here. We offer a child and family program, community counseling program. Our youth outreach program has been phenomenal and amazing. That's brand new to Farmington this year. It's an after-school program that we have for teens that are what we consider homeless. Nowadays, homeless has such a different definition, but a lot of kids are what we would call couch surfers. Maybe they stay at grandma's one night, they stay at aunts and uncles. Maybe they just don't have that stable home environment. They do have a home, but it's not the most stable, so they bounce back and forth. So we have outreached Farmington kids. We have Farmington, we have North County, and we have a lot of West County kids also, which is the Leadwood area that kind of goes well with that. So that, with that program, we offer a shower, we have showers, we provide supper each night to them, we have a washer and dryer, we have computer room for them to get any tutoring they need, we have counseling, and we also do all kinds of life skills training, and they have fun doing it as well. So that is Monday through Thursday through the week we offer that. We do have a lot of youth groups get involved as well, so we've had a lot of different youth groups bring supper for the youth that are there at night. So it's a lot of times a blessing to the youth that serve as well as the youth that are getting the benefits. So, and then we have our mentoring program as well. And then our residential programs, single parent family program, transitional living program, and then our traditional transitional living level 3, which is our foster care program. We do still have cottages with foster children and foster teens in them as well. But the two new programs, the single parent family and then the transitional living program, are very similar programs. The transitional living program is available to 16-year-old up to 25-year-olds. A lot of times what was initially designed for was foster kids who age out of foster care, and they don't have that family support. They don't have somebody who's paying for their dorm at college. They don't have mom or dad that can drive them back and forth. They don't have somebody to kind of, what do I do now? I'm out of state custody, what do I do? And so that's what it was traditionally, or originally designed for, but we have helped a lot of different people because each person is so individual, each story is so individual with that. But basically in the single parent family program, we have apartments and cottages that we are flipping the cottages before that we had a lot of foster kids, and we have flipped those to duplexes or triplexes also so they can those single parent families as housing as well. So basically what they do, depending on the case, it's a 12 to 18 month program, and they pay us rent depending on what income they, on income base, driven what income they have coming in, and we work very closely with that family or with the teen young adult, and we help them develop their life skills and everything. But with the money that they pay us, we put in a savings account for them. After the end of that 12 to 18 month time frame, depending on when they're ready to fly and launch and do amazing things on their own, they have that nest egg. They have the first month's rent, last month's rent, and deposit. We kind of showed them how to save and how to become self-sufficient. So, and that's our biggest goal is to keep a family together, if at all possible, to be able to keep a unit together and not separate the kids and not have the kids go to foster care. Unfortunately, that's not always doable, but a lot of times the parents are just as broken as the kids were because they've experienced a lot of the same things that now the kids are. So we're very invested on keeping the family units together. Anyway, that's where I'm the most passionate. I've seen amazing things happen in those programs already. People turn around and families really strengthen. So that's an overview of that. I'll be here afterwards so I can talk more if you have questions about that. But every day we are giving children futures they can finally look forward to experiencing. We're doing very difficult work and we're doing it right. But we simply can't do it alone. The state of Missouri only reimburses us about 50% of the actual cost. All of our counseling, all of our mentoring, all of that is totally free services that we offer. So without financial support from churches, surrounding like you all, and individuals in support of foundations, we do get some things like that. We simply could not afford the full scope of care our children desperately need. We pride ourselves in the fact that our clinical model is considered to be one of the best in the state. We also have received an exceptional star rating from Charity Navigator. So if you want to see if what I'm saying is true, look us up. Pull up Charity Navigator on Google it, and you can find us and you can see what we've done with our money and that we're very good stewards of what's given to us. So, like I said, our goal is to achieve permanency for the children and self-sufficiency for the adults as well. So with that being said, I've only been in this role. I've worked a lot of different agencies before, social service type things. But I've been in this role since August, and even just that little bit of time, I have seen so many changes, and I was part of the Angel Tree donation things. I was amazed at all the different things that I had seen given in the lives that have been changed. So I put this together with some of my counselors. I sat with them, and you hear all the stories, even when a lot of times I'm not as hands-on. You hear all that. So I'm going to read you this poem, kind of in closing. And this, when I read it, sometimes I cry, so sorry, I apologize. But it just shows you from the outside that you don't realize what's going on, kind of a day in the life of a kid that struggles with parents who aren't always present. So, let's start. My heart breaks for all the children with addict and or missing parents. For the small kids who don't understand why they're always staying at grandma and grandpa's, and aunts and uncles, and friends of friends, or being cared for by a total stranger. Why mom and dad are hardly, if ever, around. For the 6-year-old who just got bullied for the first time, their clothes aren't always clean, and their hair is not always brushed. For the 3rd graders who are exposed to abuse, addiction, and cruelty of this world way too early. For the 5th grader who's afraid to tell anyone that they live without electric in their home for 3 weeks when they were sent to the principal once again because they were the smelly kid in class. To the preteens who never have the extra money for the football games or the basketball games. To the ones who are finally understanding why their parents are the way that they are. To the hopelessness and the pity of stomachs. Crying yourself to sleep because you aren't sure how to help, because you aren't sure of anything. To the 15-year-old who is so jealous because everyone around you has a mom and yours is missing. To the 16-year-old who just dropped out of school to make a life of your own. To the 17-year-old who works 40 hours a week and continues going to class to try and provide a life for yourself and your younger siblings as well. To the 18-year-olds with holes in their heart, looking back on their childhood, making vows, if you ever have kids on your own, you'll give them the world. You'll show them all the love that you have lacked. To the 20-plus-year-olds who beat on bedroom doors and spend nights searching for them when they're on a bender, begging them to help. You feel so useless, so used. You want to help them. They say they're clean now, but you don't get your hopes up anymore because it never lasts long. To the 30-year-old you haven't spoken to your parents in years because they decided that the heartache of living in an unfit parent was truly too much to bear. My heart breaks for each and every single one of you. I'm sorry you feel you were robbed, that you were unloved, that you have got the shortest end of the stick. But I hope in all the ways that it breaks your heart, it makes you grow, it makes you strong, and it makes you you. Peach House is here to help. In the end, when you make a life of your own, when you succeed, when you accomplish, when you become extraordinary, wonderful, and brilliant, you can be proud because nobody can take credit for who you are. You became absolutely sensational, all on your own through Jesus' grace and His love. And dear parents, no matter how many years it's been, we hope that you know that Peach House can be a resource to you as well. Once you're back on track, your children will be waiting to welcome you home. It's never too late to change your life with Jesus. In closing, thank you guys so much for your continued support and for joining hands with us as we help our children and our families heal and prosper. After today's service, like I said, I have a table set down there at the chili dinner. But thank you, and I can answer any questions you have. But thank you for allowing me to share my heart, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Tanya, for coming and sharing with us and providing us with a lot of information, really about the Presbyterian Children's Home Services. We know that we're called as Christians to care for God's great creation. We're called to care for all people, and we're certainly called to care for those people in need. And the most vulnerable people in our societies are the children. That's the ministry that PCHAS provides, and one that if you want to know more about, if you want to learn more about, Tanya's got a lot of materials downstairs and we'll be around. Give her a chance to eat her children. But then if you have questions and things for her, she'll be around and you can speak with her at that time. So once again, thank you so much, Tanya. Shall we pray? Gracious God, we know that there are so many needs in this world, and we know that children are so vulnerable. We give you thanks for the many ways in which they can be ministered through your people, through the many ministries that we have in this church, through the many ministries that are offered through Presbyterian Children's Homes and Services. We ask that you continue to guide all of us as your children to do what we can do to help in places where there is such great need. Continue to be with all these ministries that try to provide for your people. Give them the support support that they need, and uphold them with your strength, with your love, and with your mercy. It's in your holy name we pray. Amen. You will notice that when you received your bulletin this morning that for most all of them, I hope all of them, there's a brown line through there right at this point in the service. That's because on Short Service Sunday, we only have two hymns, the opening hymn and the closing hymn. So yeah, that is correct. That hymn is marked out. Sorry I missed that, John, when I was proofing the bulletin. But anyway, so we're going to move to our affirmation of faith at this time, which you find right below the marked out brown line in your bulletin this morning. This great affirmation, which is a fairly new affirmation to the Presbyterian Church. This is from a brief statement of faith, which was actually written in the 1990s and is one of the newest parts of our book of confession. So please join me in the affirmation of faith that you find printed in your bulletin this morning. In life and in death, we belong to God. Through the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the communion of the Holy Spirit, we trust in the one triune God, the Holy One of Israel, whom alone we worship and serve. With believers in every time and place, we rejoice that nothing in life or in death can separate us from the love of God in Christ Jesus our Lord. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. Amen. We now come to that point in our service where we have an opportunity to give back, where we have an opportunity to give of the many ways in which we've been blessed in our lives. So as our ushers come forward, please be generous in your giving this day. Almighty God, may these tokens we present before you this morning help to spread your kingdom of love and mercy throughout this world. It's in your holy name we pray. Amen. You may be seated. Let us bow our heads at this time. Lord, prayer, shall we pray? Gracious God of all, today we remember. We remember why we come to your house. We come to learn. We come together in fellowship. We come to worship you, our God. We praise you, source of all things good. We seek to live Christ's example and to live with purpose, to live well in this often complicated world. And we look to you, Holy God, and we remember our priorities. We remember the image of Christ who called us to love one another with a love that transforms. We remember that we are called to care for your good creation, which includes all people, especially the children who are most vulnerable in our society. Give us the courage to live lives that exemplify you through our care for your children. Gracious God, give us the courage to live well, to live lovingly, to live honestly and openly with our brothers and sisters. The world gives examples of caring that are just skin deep, but we long for so much more. We long for your example of love. We long for more than the ordinary, more than the lukewarm, more than just the mediocre. We want to truly be your people, people of honesty, people of mutual accountability, people that shine with your love. Help us, O God, to live lovingly, not just living to be nice. We ask that you give us the strength to truly follow your way, your truth, and your life. We ask now that you be with all those we have mentioned by name in this service this day. May their burdens be lifted, if only for a little while. May your strength, your grace, and your mercy support them this day and all days. And be with all those we hold dear in our hearts who remain unnamed, but who are in our thoughts and who are in our minds, those who need your love and your comfort in some special way. We pray all these things in the name of the Lord of love and care, Jesus Christ, who taught us to pray together as one people, saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. It struck me as I was standing here, or sitting here, and listening to Tanya provide our message for us this morning, that I forgot to tell her two things. That we often have trained by the PATRI church, and that we often are entertained by Harper, which is often more often entertaining than I am doing that. So thank you for just plowing right through all that and realizing we all just accept that. We expect it every Sunday morning. So that's a part of our worship together. But thank you again, Tanya, for sharing with us. And she will be joining us for lunch here shortly. We will now close our worship together with our closing hymn, which is a hymn that we sing every Sunday except on short service Sundays, because it's the hymn that we sing right before our typical time of children and youth. But we're going to sing all the verses. How many verses are there? All three verses of Jesus Loves Me this morning. So let us now rise either in body or in spirit and sing number 185 together.
Yes, Jesus loves me.
Yeah. Perhaps you did. I don't know. Hope that you all will join us downstairs for the chili luncheon. We have plenty of food, I am assured. What I'm going to do, I'm going to close this here with a benediction. I'm also going to say a prayer for the meal so that we can head right straight downstairs. You can just go right through the line and get your food and go on in. I will tell you what, I'm not going to greet you at the back today. Oh yeah, I will greet you at the back. I'm going to ask Judy to take Tanya down first, and we'll all go out together. You won't get to greet her immediately after the service. Yeah, so Judy and Tanya can go ahead and eat, so Tanya can get her meal in, and then if you want to talk to her and check with her, so hopefully she'll get an opportunity to eat first. So if you want to greet Tanya, you have to come downstairs to the children. That's the way that's going to be. I hope you have a great week this week. I hope the sun continues to shine in your life, and that it is a good week for you as we are going to be transitioning here from January to February already. Almost a month of 2020 has already passed us by. So I hope it's a great week for you. I hope you enjoy whatever it is that you're doing this week, whether you're having to go to school all week long, whether it comes in and you get another day. Yeah, you haven't had a full week yet this year. Okay, well, who knows what may happen. Whatever you're doing this week, always remember that God is right there with you. Because God is always above us, watching over us. God is always below us, supporting us. God is always behind us to protect us. God always goes before us to guide us. God always stands right beside us to give us strength and courage. And most importantly of all, God is always inside of us to give us peace and joy. Shall we pray? Gracious God, we give you thanks for your presence with us. We ask now that you continue to be with this gathering as we go downstairs, as we partake of a meal together, and we ask that you bless that food as we partake of it also in your name. Amen. Go in peace this day.
I'm the one that got corporate stirred up.